Good day, gentlemen. Dirk here with another update. If you saw my little road trip video, then you know that I'm no longer on the road, which makes content creation a lot easier. The question is, what kind of content to create and where? I've been giving that a lot of thought lately because if you haven't noticed, America has become something of a dumpster fire in recent years. We all went through the leftist power grab a few years ago, and now we're expected to adapt to the new normal, a term that should give everyone pause. That new normal apparently includes the elimination of borders to allow unchecked illegal immigration throughout the West. But that's just one disaster. We also have inflation, the war on whiteness, the continuing war on masculinity, the war in Ukraine, the push for socialism, a puppet president, child grooming, and of course, that little problem of male-female relations being destroyed. These issues are bigger than feminism, and they affect us all. But those of us who left the Matrix long ago saw this coming. We knew that the war on masculinity wouldn't end well, and we're seeing the results now. Men walked away, and rightly so. But this is creating problems for the people who've been calling us toxic, useless, or just plain stupid for decades. Those same people are now complaining that men avoid interacting with women, whether at work or in social situations. Plus, fewer men are making their resources available to other people, which is proving inconvenient. It's another classic headline. Men demonized by society walking away. Women most affected. Since the publication of the Mike Golf Tango Oscar Whiskey Solution, things have changed dramatically. Men's issues have gone mainstream, and I would argue that it's largely the result of men's content creators. In fact, it was a YouTube channel called Mike Golf Tango Oscar Whiskey is Freedom that inspired me to get involved in the first place. Shout out to Big John. He helped a lot of men, myself included. I believe that channel's been taken down, unfortunately, because John always called it like he saw it. He didn't self-censor enough, and self-censorship is the name of the game on most social media platforms. I expected this channel to be taken down as well, since the community has been smeared as a hate group for rejecting the feminist narrative. So I was pleasantly surprised to see my humble little channel is still there. That said, the channel title alone is enough to get me canceled, and I don't want that to happen. I'm sure my older content is a bit dated, but I tried to make it evergreen so it would remain relevant, and that appears to be the case. I want that content to remain online. Unfortunately, the censorship is ramping up, and I know if I speak my mind on YouTube, it'll just be a matter of time before the channel is gone. To avoid that, I'm going to give Rumble a shot. YouTube made this decision a no-brainer after the Russell Brand incident. I'm not exactly a fanboy of his, but he is supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, right? Whatever happened to that idea? What happened is that Russell spoke out on topics in a way that did not please the censors. The word I got is the UK government asked multiple platforms to censor his content. YouTube, of course, obediently and eagerly complied, demonetizing his channel based on accusations from anonymous sources over incidents that may, or more likely may not, have actually happened. Here's one for the censors. Believe all men. Of course, this is nothing new. We saw massive censorship and attacks on free speech during the Summer of Love, and that little health scare we had a while back. Don't get me wrong, YouTube is awesome because you can learn anything there. But it isn't a great place to discuss men's issues because misogyny. Rumble, meanwhile, told the UK's Ministry of Truth to pound sand. So did Elon's X platform. Good for them. Hopefully they'll both continue to stick to their guns and do the right thing by protecting free speech in the future. After I wrote the first book, I decided to put it out in audio form on YouTube, as many of you know. I've recently written another book, and I'm doing the same thing, recording each chapter and posting it online, but it won't be on YouTube because it would never be allowed to exist on that platform. The first chapter is up on Rumble, and it will only be on Rumble. The channel is called Speaking Freely USA, and the book is titled Men Aren't the Problem, A Man's Guide to Wokeness, Feminism, Globalism, and the War on Masculinity. I'll link to the first video in the description, and I'll be posting a new chapter every week or so until the whole book is online. Men's issues are obviously evolving rapidly, and they go way beyond feminism. The truth is that since 2017, when I launched this channel, none of the issues discussed have been addressed. Not divorce court, suicides, workplace deaths, all that stuff is still a problem, and much of it has gotten worse. Then again, the declining marriage rate is a sign of progress, at least for individual men. I'm pushing 60, and so have witnessed the rise of feminism and decline of masculinity firsthand. The end result has been wokeness and authoritarianism. The left, which includes feminists, are pushing a globalist agenda. That agenda is based in part upon the faulty premise that men benefit from the entrenched tyrannical patriarchy and that women are all victims of said patriarchy. Therefore, women are in need of massive programs and assistance by the state. Even now, as women are surpassing men in academia, workplaces, and financial achievement, the narrative remains the same. Men are oppressors and women are oppressed. So the bottom line is that yes, I'm making content again, but that content will require a free speech platform. I don't know how things will evolve on Rumble, but if you're interested in topics that affect men, then hit the link below to check out Chapter 1 on Rumble. Speaking Freely USA is just getting started, and Rumble is a new platform, but it sure is nice to hear people over there communicating without the prying eyes of Big Brother forcing them to talk in code. I hope to see you over there. Have a great day, gentlemen.